In the middle of the Aral Sea, there is an island that was once one of the most secret and dangerous places on Earth. It was called Vozrojdenia, which means rebirth. But nothing was reborn there. It was a place of death, the primary open-air testing ground for the Soviet Union's biological weapons program. This is the story of the island that became a laboratory of disease under an open sky. The island was home to a top-secret facility known as Aral Sea. It was here that scientists from the Bioweapons program unleashed clouds of weaponized anthrax, smallpox, and plague on captive animals to test the lethality of their creations. They wanted to know exactly how many spores it took to kill a person, and how far a cloud of disease could travel on the wind. The scale of the testing was chilling. They built a fake city on the island to see how the bioweapons would behave in an urban environment. They used thousands of monkeys, sheep, and horses as test subjects. And they did it all under a veil of absolute secrecy, protected by the remote location and the vast, empty waters of the Aral Sea. But the secrecy couldn't prevent accidents. In 1971, a weaponized smallpox test went wrong. A cloud of the virus drifted off the island and infected a research vessel that was passing by. The infection spread to the city of Aral Sea, leading to a small but terrifying outbreak. The Soviet government launched a massive secret vaccination campaign and managed to contain the virus. But the world was never told. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the scientists at Aral Sea fled in a hurry. They left behind a toxic legacy. A vast, contaminated island littered with the buried remnants of the world's deadliest pathogens. In their haste, they buried hundreds of tons of weaponized anthrax in massive pits, hoping that the chemicals they used would kill the spores. They were wrong. For years, the island sat abandoned, a ticking time bomb in the middle of a shrinking sea. As the Aral Sea dried up due to Soviet irrigation projects, the island eventually connected to the mainland. This raised a terrifying possibility that contaminated animals, like rats or birds, could carry the deadly diseases to populated areas. In 2002, the United States led an international effort to decontaminate the island's anthrax burial pits. A team of experts spent months on the island, digging up the contaminated soil and neutralizing the spores. It was a desperate, high-stakes operation to prevent terrorists from acquiring the abandoned bioweapons. Today, Vozrojdenia Island is a desolate wasteland, a city of living ghosts, where the ruins of the laboratories and the cages of the test animals still stand. It's a haunting reminder of the madness of the biological arms race and the incredible risks the Soviet Union was willing to take in the pursuit of absolute power. But the Soviets didn't just hide their weapons on islands. They also hid their wealth in giant holes in the ground. In our next video, we're going to Mirny, the city built around a crater so large it can suck helicopters from the sky. The story of the Soviet Diamond Empire